Rise and shine, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at 6 a.m. I'm Jason Hackett alongside Alicia Lewis.
As we come on the air, nearly 2,000 people, unfortunately, still without power in the metro after some overnight storms. And our weather team keeping us under that Care 11 weather impact for the rain sticking around for your morning commute. So let's give you a live look from Mobile 11. As you can see, they're downtown Minneapolis, wet roadways. It is causing some problems. CC is tracking a jackknife semi. It's like dangling over the edge. It's pretty crazy, and it's causing some significant backup. So we're going to get to her in a moment. But let's get to meteorologist Ren Claire timing out this rain. Hey, Ren.
Hey there. So this is the lull for us before another round of heavier rain moves in. And so we do still have that weather impact alert in place with scattered showers and storms or rounds of rain, especially through the morning. That tapers towards the lunch hour, spot showers possible in the afternoon, and we could have a couple storms embedded in the rain with downpours. The biggest concern will be localized flooding, urban flooding and stream flooding possible here in southern portions of the metro especially, and downtown. So downtown St. Paul, Minneapolis, you've got more rain moving in, and we do have that chance, especially for flooding, where we have more saturated ground, which is in general Scott Dakota County, as well as southern Ramsey, Woodbury, and southern Hennepin. So rain moving in, and right now it's lighter, but it's heavier moving into Eden Prairie and Bloomington. I'll have a closer look at that track in just a bit. Cece?
Hey, good morning, 6:02. Just a good reminder that roads are damp or wet really anywhere around the Twin Cities metro. So you need to drive slower this morning. Seeing this, well, the camera's moving, but you see this jackknife semi here in Minneapolis. This is 35W northbound near Johnson Street. It looks like it's hanging off of this rail here. Authorities are there, but we are seeing significant slowing and things kind of going down to one lane here as you move toward Lauderdale Highway 36. So I don't think you'd want to sit through this huge backup here that's been forming over the past 30 minutes. If you're coming from Minneapolis trying to get to Lauderdale, you can take East Hennepin Avenue, which is right before this crash site, or just take 94 to Highway 280 before 94 gets busy this morning. But I'll definitely keep my eye on this and let you know when things clear up. Also seeing a crash near the Edina area. This is Highway 62 eastbound near Xerxes Avenue as you're headed toward Richfield. It looks like it's off on the shoulder here, but it's still something to look out for on your commute. Taking a look here at the bigger map, those are really the only two crashes that I'm seeing. Any slowing that I'm seeing, significant slowing, is where that crash was in Minneapolis and also down in Eden Prairie on Highway 212. I'll take a look at 212 to see how bad the slowing is in that area and if you'll need to detour at this point in the morning. Jason.
That map is going to have a lot more red and yellow on it very soon with this rain coming down. Cece, thank you. Throughout the weather impact alert, you can look for extended weather forecasts and live radar on KARE 11 Plus. That's our free app for your TV. You can also tune in for our sunrise stream. That is from 7 to 9.
Let's get to some major developments this morning. The assassination of Representative Melissa Hortman and attempted murder of Senator John Hoffman.
The death penalty is now a possibility for Vance Belter after federal authorities indicted him late yesterday. Michelle Beck is in the newsroom to unpack many new details about this case. Michelle.
Well, good morning, guys. The question of could there be a death penalty is going to go all the way to the top, to the U.S. Justice Department. And getting to the answer is sure to include these bizarre new details about a possible motive. Federal officials revealed Vance Belter left this letter in the car he abandoned. In it, Belter made baseless claims that the U.S. military secretly trained him, that Governor Walz came to him about assassinating top politicians, and that he was being threatened. Belter is now indicted on 6 new federal charges, including stalking and murder. And here's a charge we hadn't seen before: the attempted murder of Hope Hoffman. The U.S. attorney says Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette put themselves in the line of fire to protect their daughter.
I want to leave you all with this. Vance Belter committed a terrible act of political violence and extremism, a targeted political assassination that was unprecedented in the state of Minnesota. It's been a terrible personal tragedy for the Hoffman and Hortman families, and it's something that has rocked the entire state of Minnesota and even the country.
So U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi is set to decide on seeking the death penalty in the next few months. Guys, we know the victims' families will have input. Back to you.
They certainly will. All right, Michelle, thank you. And this morning we are hearing from Hope Hoffman, the daughter of Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette, who was also face to face with the gun that shot her parents. She released a statement saying, in part, I feel relief today in knowing the perpetrator of these heinous acts will be charged to the fullest extent of the law, though I will now forever coexist with the PTSD of watching my parents be nearly shot dead in front of me. She went on to say, I'm grateful I happened to be at my parents' house to be able to call 911. Had I not been, they wouldn't be here. My parents saved me, and we saved each other. You can read her full statement posted right now on our website, KARE11.com.
Well, time now 6:06. Right now, Minneapolis police are searching for the people responsible for a deadly shooting in the last 12 hours. This all happened 6:30 last night on 11th Avenue South in the Elliott Park neighborhood. Audrey Russo is live at the police station with what we know right now. Audrey.
Yeah, Jason, I reached out to Minneapolis police to see if there have been any arrests in this case overnight, and I haven't heard back yet. But you can be sure police are looking for video. They've already got some of their own cameras stationed in that neighborhood, plus there's some other sources. And what they'd be looking for in that footage is a group of people fighting on the street around dinner time, it escalating and ending with a person getting shot and killed. Police are already talking to witnesses in that area, and some of the preliminary evidence shows that this is a group of people who may have known each other or at least been familiar with each other. Now, what's not clear at this time is whether or not the person who got shot was actually the intended target. Now, police haven't identified this victim. They just said it's a man in his 30s and that he died on scene. And now police are on high alert for retaliation in the neighborhood.
Of course, that's always a concern, particularly when we do believe that people may be known to each other. So that's why the investigators are doing what they can to talk to witnesses, to talk to people from the community, and we're asking anyone who does know who this is and what's behind this to please come forward.
And police say that this particular neighborhood has already dealt with some quality of life issues, particularly with narcotics. I've got more on that coming up in about 30 minutes, but for now, Jason, Elise Allison, thanks back to you.
All right, Audrey Russo with the latest from police this morning. Thank you. We have new video from overnight from a fire at Sloan's Beauty Bar in Minneapolis. This was the scene just after midnight on Excelsior Boulevard. The fire chief tells us the fire started in the back and they arrived to heavy smoke inside. The smoke also got into other businesses. No word on whether the fire will impact any of those businesses when they open in just a few hours. We're also told there were no injuries.
In just over 2 hours, the burglary trial for State Senator Nicole Mitchell will resume. It picks back up after the jury saw hours of body camera video of her arrest for the first time. Senator Mitchell, a Democrat who represents the Woodbury area, is accused of breaking into her stepmom's home to steal personal items that belonged to her late father. Her attorney arguing Mitchell's primary reason for breaking in was to check in on her stepmom, who she says suffers from Alzheimer's and was growing increasingly paranoid.
When you're checking on a paranoid loved one and hoping they don't notice, you take great pains to be unnoticed.
Now, several officers also testified in court when asked if Mitchell ever expressed concern over her stepmother's well-being. They responded no.